welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee number 40. Just checking everything's plugged in. How are you all today? I'm actually on time, which is a strange thing. If you could, this would really help. If you could thumb up the video and comment on, if you go on to where I've put the Facebook links, if you could just comment something like, woo, watching now, that's cool. That would really help. Because I'll go into it in a bit, but Facebook's basically like, it's stopped me doing the live videos, but it's shadow banned me as well. So it's not showing people my stuff. So trying to get this link to people this morning, and it's going, nope, we ain't going to show anybody. And I know a lot of people's notifications have been stopped as well and all this, and it really sucks. And that's going to be the tone of the video today. Sorry. So if you could thumb up this video and just go post something in anywhere you've on the Facebook. So there's the main page and Baggy's Cave. So yeah, if you could just do that, it might help boost the algorithms so more people can see it. Because I know I had quite a lot of viewers last week, but I made a big deal of it, and now I'm concerned that that this switch is just gonna make it suck. So I super appreciate you coming along. It just means that people who watch this now have to do a bit more effort. And there's that whole thing about the internet where if you've got to click more than twice or something, you don't bother. So when it's on Facebook, it pops up and you get a notification and you go, oh, I wasn't planning on watching that, but I'll come along anyway. Whereas now it's on YouTube, I've got to get people, so I can get more people in the habit of it. So I have a coffee today. I have my pig mug. You have not missed anything so far, Andreas, unless it's been my general Facebook prison. I've got the same setup as the story time I've been doing. I quite like this. So I'm on my beanbag because I don't want to change the positioning of anything because I'm going to do the second part on Tuesday. But again, I'll go into that in a moment. So supping the coffee. So I've also got this box. I was talking to somebody in Baggy's Cave last night, and I feel really bad at the moment that I suck or something. It's because I'm working all the time, and there's still stuff that I'm not getting done, and then obviously people don't see all that, so then they kind of, I don't know, like, this hasn't been done, and I just feel like the worst human ever. Where have I put my knife? But I use as an example of how busy I've been is that I've got this. It's painted miniatures that arrived on Monday or Tuesday, and normally as soon as a painted miniatures box or sculpt box arrive, I absolutely ravage it for goodies, and I haven't actually opened it. So I'm going to open it and show you, because it's some really nice paint jobs from John Morris, and I haven't even looked at them myself yet, and that's bad times. Morning everyone who's come along. Nice to see you. Excellent days. As I was just saying, if you could just thumb up the video, that would help a lot, because it's all different algorithms to contest with now. So yeah, Facebook. If you missed it last week and wondering why I'm on YouTube. Facebook gave me a ban, like a half ban, so I can't do videos. Apparently they've been doing it to quite a lot of people. I've seen around the World War II groups. I posted a World War II poster 2 years ago, and it had the word Hitler in it. So I think it's flagged as me being a Nazi or something. Make sure I put that blade somewhere. So it won't let me post live videos, but it's also totally screwed my Bad Squiddo page. It used to be the Dice Bag Lady page, which is why the L's still there. But I've spent 10 years building up that page, and I used to spend money. I haven't done any paid advertising with them for some time, but I've spent quite a lot of cash with them and time building it all up. And all they have to do is, so my personal profile, it wasn't on Bad Squiddo. They flagged up an old 2-year-old post. Went, yeah, you're a Nazi, and or we don't like that you don't like Nazis. It was obviously an anti-Hitler post. So as well as the stopping me doing live videos, it's also stopped. It's mucked up with it's all of that mystical science. So they're not showing my posts to as many people. They're not showing the page to as many people. So that natural interaction is just going like this, and it lasts for a month. And by the time they give me it back, I feel they might have half killed my page, which is going to really suck. And I'm trying to be positive, but I'm like, thanks Facebook for that thing there. That was really great. So more than ever, if you see any Bad Squiddo posts, please react to them. Commenting is worth 1 million more times than liking on there. So even if you just comment with a GIF or "woo, that's cool," it'll really help, because I'm a bit concerned my page is going to be dead by the end of this. I think, well, that was worth 10 years. Sorry, I was ranting today. Instead of doing my usual sort of part where I open minis, I'll slowly open them through the show. That'll make sense. So on Friday, I did the first. Oh yes, Tim says setting it to notify us when you post is good, right? Yes, please do that. You don't have to, because I turn notifications off for everything on Facebook. I think I've only got when Phil at Bear's Head goes live. Oh, and Sarissa, I think I made it so I get a little notification because I want to see that. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind, the getting notifications on the page would oh my god, these are so good. Would really help. Just to keep, because you've got to keep it up. So it's part of the stuff like posting every day keeps it up, and then say you miss a day posting, it goes down and takes ages to get back up, which also sucks if I have a bad day and just don't post. But if they screw me for a month, basically, it's going to go right down, and I don't think I'll even get back up to what it was, which is ass. Sorry, I'm trying to make it family friendly. So on Friday, I started story time with Annie, which was the most fun that I have had in ages. I was reading out, it's all over the place here. I was reading out Joe Brumby's latest book, which I absolutely love. I love it so much. So we did the first half of it, and I had my bear outfit on. That's why I've got all the little pig cuddly toys and stuff. I had so much fun, and the people in the comments said they laughed a lot. So if you've not seen anything about that, it's on the YouTube page. There's part 1. Part 2 was going to be last night, but I wasn't feeling great. So it's going to be Tuesday now. So if you can catch up with part 1, and then Tuesday come along 6 p.m. for part 2. I'll give you, it's all over the place. I'll give you a very small readout for anyone that hasn't seen it yet, or is thinking, why do I want to listen to Annie tell some stories? I'll read the very first bit of you. So it's a rhyming story about these anthro animals, and it's just really fun. It has the word bum in it. So the start, just in case you missed it, is: let us take you to a world that's quite a bit like yours. Though here it's clear most animals don't travel on all fours. Instead, they walk on 2, or some on wheels, or even crutches. But first and foremost, none are housed in cages or hutches. They work and play, they sing and dance, they like to laugh and joke. In other words, they're really just quite ordinary folk. Do. And so we're halfway through. I haven't actually read the full story, so I don't know what happens. But we left it on quite a cliffhanger. And it's absolutely amazing. And it's and Joe's wicked. And I was you can see my delight as I read it along, because I was supposed to practice read beforehand. And I didn't have time, so I hadn't read the full story. So I was discovering it as I was reading it out, which will be happening. I haven't found the missing pages. I have no idea how that happened, but that was good. It was good to stop me, because that means there's a nice chunk to make a second one. So I'll get that printed off before Tuesday. So that's cool. Hey, we're on 30 people. Hello, everybody who has come along. I'll show you the first that I've just unwrapped. So these are all the latest paint jobs from John Morris. They're just delightful. Oh, so I've not tried the autofocus on this thing yet. I bet it's terrible. It is terrible. So that's the downside. What? That's the camera. Oh, hang on. So, that is the camera. So why won't it show? Hey, there we go. So that's the Girl Guides doing a little first aid. That's what you're gonna see. That's the downside. The camera is my phone camera is a lot better at picking that up. I love reading out stories, and I never get the chance to, so that made me super happy. I've been wanting to do it since the lockdown, and most of the stuff you can't read out because it's copywritten. So I don't know if there's any non-copywritten cool stories. I might make it a regular thing. But I absolutely love Joe's. I need more like that. It's so good. So cut open a few more. There's a whole box. So these are all painted minis. There's an SOE Annie in there somewhere. So that's cool. Yeah, it sucks that I haven't been able to do live videos because I would have done a little video of that. I've got some sculpts casts that are downstairs as well. Hang on, let me open that away from the mic. That might work. So what else has happened this week? I've just been packing orders, doing crap. The weeks have been really, really monotonous at the moment. There's another one. But it can't show because I don't know how it works on this cam. Hey, that works. Oh, yay. What I'll do actually is I'll unpack them and then show you them, or it will be here forever. You'll open yourself to all the amateur authors throwing manuscripts for you to read out. Yep. Oh yeah, then you have a little crunkle. You're like guinea pigs with the thing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So yeah, the weeks have just been merging into one monotony at the moment. So I've just been, I can't remember if I'd fixed the email last week. What was it? I had to move email servers, and it's really boring. This is all that's happening at the moment. It's just really boring stuff. And I'm sure there's still people that think, what does Annie actually do? All these things. So we switched email servers. And because my web dude I've got to get in touch with, I don't know what I'm saying. My web dude, I'm not the web dude, so I have to work with the web dude. So because of it being a couple days delay each time we were communicating, it just took longer than it should have. And there was a point where I think some emails might have gone into the void. So if I haven't replied to your email, please do send me another one. It's annie@badsquiddergames.com. It's all sorted now, but I've currently, this is so good. Currently sort of juggling two loads of emails. It's all strange. I'll just move them to the right little gangs. And what is that? That's humongous. Oh, that's the one I've got to be careful with, I think. Let's get the small ones first. Yeah, so I'm still sort of catching up with the emails and making sure everything's all in the same place now. But it's way better, basically. It's just the transition was a bit of a bollocks. Morning, everyone who's come along. Very nice, thank you to be here. I just want to make sure I don't unwrap anything troublesome. What's that? What else has happened? So the reading was awesome, and you should totally come along on Tuesday because it was so much fun. And again, I can't. Facebook is it's the main place I can get news out quickly, and because they've totally screwed me at the moment, it's a real struggle. So trying to advertise my story time this week, it's just been hellish because I can't say the word YouTube on there. I can't type YouTube. They know if the YouTube logo is in a picture, and anything like that, they go, we don't want people to go to YouTube. So they just stop anyone seeing it, and it's just been doing my head in. Oh my god! Oh yeah! It is SOE Annie. She is so cool. I love that because she's got quite thick-rimmed glasses. It looks a bit like she's Catwoman or Batwoman. Let's have a look. Come on, focus on it. Yes! Oop, not my face. Not my face. Come on, camera. Come on. Autofocus. Come on, you were on there. You were there. Maybe if I move it up to there. Hey, there we are. Oh yes, that's cool. These are all John Morris jobbies. Yes, yay! Hello, other people coming along. This is cool. I've not been very good this week, so that's partly why I'm kind of struggling for some quality content for you. I've just been working a lot, and so it's been. I've stopped unwrapping these for a bit and have a coffee. It's been hard. Like it's. I don't know what day we are in of lockdown. And I had a bit of a realization last night, which I guess was good to have the realization. So, what I've kind of not been allowing myself to accept that it sucks at the moment, because I'm trying to, like, part of what I do to so it's like not doing the other people have it worse, so you can't have a problem. But I kind of have been doing that to myself, so it sucked. But I've been thinking, come on, Annie, you're not allowed to be unhappy about the situation. So I've got a house. It's not my house. I rent the house. Although most of the house is actually office, which is the only reason I can rent a house. But still, I have that amount of space. I have a garden. A lot of people don't have those things. I'm not trapped in with anybody that I don't like. I'm here on my own, which is good. So I've kind of gone, Annie, you can't complain. You're not allowed to complain. Other people have it worse. And kind of last night, I think it hit me that I'm really not happy at the moment, because I am like, okay, it's it could be a lot worse, but I haven't seen anyone forever, and the being in lockdown on my own, and it's again, like, as soon as I make any sort of complaint, I feel like, come on, Annie, it's not just you. Loads of people are locked down by themselves, so and that shouldn't invalidate your own feelings. It sucks for us all, basically, but I feel like I'm not allowed to feel bad because I'm not the only one in the situation. But yeah, not being able to interact with people for this amount of time has been really hard. And as well as that, sort of, you look on Facebook and or social media, and everything feels ramped up. So, and I know that's the nature of social media. So I'm kind of just feeling massively lonely. And then it's like, oh, people are having a wicked time. They're furloughed with their families. They're doing all these fun activities. I'm getting invited to online stuff, and I can't do any of it because I'm having to work more than I normally work. So I'm working extra hours. I'm still trying to not work at weekends. So I'm working extra hours, and I feel there's a strange pressure to work less because of the self-care. But I'm currently not eligible really for much at all from the government. And it's not just that, it's kind of keeping the company going, keeping people just seeing you about. So it's really hard to sort of stop. And it's hard to sort of explain really without a type of whole essay about it. But for various reasons, I have to work a lot at the moment, and I have to do all of the stuff I normally do. I think because people are at home more as well, they're getting more angsty, say, about orders or emails not being replied to. So I don't know how I'm going with this. I think people think that I have a lot more time now, and I have less time, so they're getting more angsty if I haven't done anything too much. So like the Kickstarter's taking longer to ship, but it is shipping. It started shipping this week. Yes, some of you got it. So I'm waiting now for them to start appearing in the Facebook groups. So yeah, it's yeah. I'm gonna have a coffee. What's in the comments? I can imagine working in a hospital does suck at the moment. I finished my therapy on Friday, which really sucks as well, because that's that's the chunk that you're allowed, basically. And the last half of it kind of got screwed by the COVID. So I kind of started therapy, opened loads of stuff in my brain, and then COVID took over. So I was doing phone therapy, and then just talking about the current situation. So I didn't deal with what I'd opened there, and now I've run out of sessions. They managed to get me one more session, which was yesterday, Friday. So that's finished. So I now feel a bit like dumped by the system. Like, oh, cool. I wasn't too great on the last Sundays. Was it last Sundays? I don't even know how the week's happening now. Oh no, it was the one a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago because I mentioned it last week how I had a small slip into full mental relapse, which nobody needs right now. What have we got? Is not council doing any micro business stuff. There's a few schemes and things, but as soon as you start looking into them, they're actually rubbish. There's one that they're launching on Monday that if that works, that could totally be. I'll be absolutely happy with that. But they're not announcing any of the. So they said it's the bounce back scheme. So hopefully, I so far appear to be eligible for it. But the same with everything I've looked at. It's like, wow, I'm eligible for this. Oh no, there's a tiny loophole that totally screws me. Excellent. So I've been half excited, and half trying to not get too excited. Half excited, cynical. Cynical is the word. And the just current events have been getting me down, and I think I've been denying it a little bit because I'm trying to keep all you chirpy, and I don't want to bring anyone down. I don't want to. I've been way more hesitant than I normally am to contact people, about feeling crappy, because I just feel like everybody feels crappy. And I kind of feel like a nuisance if I bother people. So I don't know who's working or who's furloughed, but they're still with the family. Yeah, I don't know. I've got into ramble. What's happening there? Yeah, if I was selling fossil fuels, I'd definitely get a lovely load of government dosh. I could put my island up for remortgaging. I wish I had an island. Thank you, Stefan, who sent me the 1066 book. I have not started it as part of my sad at the moment. I've got a really wicked pile of books, and I've just got no motivation to do anything at the moment. So it was like midnight when I was chatting to someone on Baggy's Cave last night, and I almost got my laptop out because I felt sad that I hadn't replied to his email. And I was like, Annie, it's midnight. Just but all I am doing is this, like, I kind of struggle chatting about things because there's a whole load of stuff. So just if I say a few things, it doesn't give the full picture. Gary, yes, I am seeing your comments. Excellent. I don't know what I'm saying. Things sucking, not wanting to bother people. I don't know. I totally lost where I was going. I can't do anything at the moment. So my life? I was shuffling around the other day, and I thought if people could see my actual life, it would be so pitiful. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was walking around just in to be too graphic, like an open dressing gown, eating like an old apple or something. It's just going great. But what I'm doing is, I just noticed the hair on the SOE Annie. So I've been working. So I get up, I go to work. I have loads and loads of stress because everything is going wrong at the moment, and I can't get hold of any companies. Also, like any of the services that are being troublesome. So everything's way harder. Something keeps happening where it'll be just a small thing. So like the Facebook cut off. Royal Mail cut me off this week for a few days. So yeah, I didn't mention that. All these little bits will just take up the day, and then all the things I was going to do aren't done. And then by the time I get home, I'm currently doing absolutely nothing. And this isn't me, because I like doing. I'm not very good at just sitting still. So I normally go and muck about with the pigs for a bit. I might watch something or sort of chill out, do the chores. Still very good at that sort of chill out. But all I'm doing is I go home, throw food at the guinea pigs, and go straight to bed and play a bit of Animal Crossing until I want to go to sleep, and that's it. And then it's the next day, and that's just it. So yesterday I didn't even get out of bed, which isn't good. So yeah, I'm struggling in that sort of sense. But then again, taking it extra personally, which I shouldn't be, if somebody's, I've not replied to their email or sent their order out yet, then I just feel like I'm letting everybody down when all I am doing is Bad Squiddo. So last night in my sadness, I was just like, I don't have an Annie anymore. Before this all kicked off, I was doing really well at getting an Annie back and going, right, I need to get my own life because I don't have a life. I don't have this cool life where I go play games all the time I am just a work bot. And now I can't see people and all that's been taken away. And I'm concerned about... So I don't want to drag anyone down on my videos, but I'm concerned for the future, basically. There's a whole load of stuff just constantly swirling and trying to keep upbeat. So there's all the usual stuff, but then there's all this on top. And I didn't have a good January because this is all sort of just totally, what's the word, piled up. So I had a very bad mental health January, and now I feel like it's the stuff that was a problem is still a problem, but there's now a worldwide pandemic on top of it. And yeah, I don't know. So what's in the comments? Maybe you could do a join live chat with Rich from Two Fat Lardies, who has just started it himself. It's very entertaining. Yes, I do have a message in my inbox from him saying, how do you do the video? Two Fat Lardy and Squiddo Cooperation is probably my favourite thing in the wargaming community right now. He mentioned you and your pigs. Yes. Yeah, I want to do some stuff with Rich. I might give him a ring actually. I don't know how to do multi-people camera, and it seems really complicated. I just need an easy answer. So if anyone, don't post it in there because I won't see it. Maybe in the comments on the video afterwards or something. I'd love to do something like that. I've been meaning to do something with Guy from Wargame Soldier and Strategy, who I don't know if he's there at the moment. But yeah, Rich has been one of the people I've been chatting to in this world, in the lockdown world, and he's awesome and he's been wicked. We need an online D&D group. I don't have time for anything, and I hate saying that because it's that whole don't fetishize being busy. Like, I'm not, but I have to do all these things just to survive. So I can't afford to take these this time. I don't know. I don't want to get into an Annie ramble. The Pendrack and PPE stuff was flagged up by me, and I passed it on to people, and people got PPE. So I'm saving lives. Yes, I'm saving lives. Yeah, it's that guilt as well of people are making PPE and they're doing all this stuff. What are you doing, Annie? Oh, you're in bed because you're sad, and you're not actually a cool independent woman at all because you kind of suck at this small apocalypse. But I don't know. Sorry, just reading the comments. I shouldn't do that because it's all the playback ability. I should start getting some more minis out rather than just being sad. I had some other stuff to talk about as well. I forgot. I love the Bad Squiddo Two Fat Lardies crossover. We've got a lot more coming as well. I know we're really late on getting those rules together, and that's partly again just because it's me. I've just got so much. And now doing the Kickstarter by myself is going to be such a big task. It's going to take me so long. And the problem with Kickstarter is as soon as anybody starts getting their Kickstarters, then I start getting a million messages going, he's got his, why haven't I got mine? I'm like, that's why I keep doing these updates that get more and more passive aggressive, but basically like, it's okay. I see a lot on all people's Kickstarters when they go, it's arrived in New Orleans, it's arrived in Madrid. Like, it doesn't make any difference. I'm shipping them almost in a random order, just because one person has got it in your country or area doesn't mean that you should have yours. What I am doing in the order this time is I'm doing smaller orders first, just to get numbers out, partly for my own brain and partly just bulk. So the smaller ones are getting out, the larger Kickstarters will take longer. They'll be later on, basically, and I'm still waiting for a few other bits and bobs which will be coming next week. So like the resin bikes, they're a bit later. So it'll be smaller orders going out, but it's just as I can do them. I've caught up with normal orders, so normal orders are now going back to shipping same day, if not next day. So that's cool. And then the Kickstarters are going out, just some each day, basically, because there is so much more to be getting on with. And I feel like there's all these burning tasks to do, and they all need doing. So I'm like, I guess I'll let that one burn for a little bit, then do that. But now that that's quite a big fire. And then it just gets to a point where I go, I'm just going to sit in bed and play Animal Crossing, which is not particularly the best. But so it's looking at those comments. Yes, the Two Fat Ladies are awesome. I do keep having to tell Rich that he is actually a feminist, and he's not as grim as he says he is, but he doesn't like those terms. It's like, well, I'm not a PC person. It's like, well, do you say this, believe this? Like, no, like, you are PC and a feminist. Sorry, man. I love this, was it like Odd Couple type thing, but not really? It's, like those sort of programs where it's like, they're different, but they're actually not, and they find they have more in common along the way. Kickstarter is now going to be... Kickstarter is totally cool. Yeah. I find that so bizarre, because the delivery date for Kickstarter is April, and they've started shipping in April, and they'll almost certainly all be out in May. And... that's really good, but I still have people going, where is this? Where is my thing not here? So I did one earlier in the week, which was basically like, when you get your shipping notification, that's when it's shipped. Because I know some companies will do it almost earlier. So that's a bit cheeky. So some companies will go, so they'll go, right, let's put all those dispatch emails out and then pack them. And then others will pack them all out and then go through the piles of papers or whatever they do. I'm not sure how that works. So I wanted to just make sure people know how I do it. So when you get that, when I click your order is shipped, that means it's packed, it's in the bag. It doesn't mean it's just, I've literally just given it, but it's as good as shipped. So whenever you get that, that's when you can start almost like timing the weight. Because if it's before 2ish, then that means it will be going out today, and afterwards it'll mean it's going out tomorrow, but it's in the mailing bag and it's all packed up. So there's no confusion, because I hate the idea of not knowing when your stuff's coming or not. Because it just sucks, especially now, because you don't know whether you should be looking out, should be going to the depot. So I know there's delays everywhere, but at least if you know what date it was shipped, that helps a lot. Get minis of Two Fat Lardies only if they pay for it. I've had so many mini recommendations at the moment of doing all this stuff or doing charity stuff, and I think people don't quite realise how much it costs. And right now, my budget is there was the budget of that, and now the budget's sort of this. One of the problems I've been having is that I'm not actually eating enough at the moment. That's how bad it is. But I realised I was extra sad because I was just not eating. Because I am eating the stuff from the back of the cupboards. So that's the awesome life of Bad Squiddo. Hi Guy, I mentioned you earlier how you should totally hurry up and find a system where we can stream multiple people's. Or just record multiple people's. I don't want to go near Zoom, and I don't know. I'm really confused with everything in the world at the moment, and that's not helping my mood. Because normally I'm the sort of person that reads... I read all the different news sources, I come to my own conclusion, I understand this is biased, these are lying, and then I figure it all out, and I'm like, that's what I believe now to be the truth. And with this, I'm just like, everybody is lying. I'm like watching the government thingies, government press releases, and like, oh, it's all going to be okay. And then I look in the paper, like, oh, here's the facts of why this is not going to be okay. Here's somebody else. Here's someone saying that that everything will return to normal. And with Zoom, I saw so much stuff about Zoom being malware. I'm like, well, I do not want to go anywhere near Zoom. But then the government are using Zoom, and various celebrities are using Zoom. So but they're using it, but Google have banned it, and Tesla have banned it. So we're like, well, those people know to not use Zoom. So I just don't know what is right at the moment, and that's causing quite a bit of brain ache, I think, and just how. So like part of what I do and what I'm quite good at is preparing for the future. So yeah, again, I'm like analysing everything, planning for worst case, best case, coming up with a plan, being able to adapt. Pretty good at all that, but like. Yes, Elon Musk is a expletive, yes. But when those sort of techie companies aren't using a software, it does make you think. Like how Zuckerberg has he has the mic and camera block on his phone. Like, if he's got that, it kind of Yeah, see, Google banned Zoom because they have a competing app. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Like, there's just so many. And it's so grim that we're in such a grim worldwide time, but there's all these companies just kind of screwing each other, governments and politicians just doing their own crappy stuff. Yeah, I do get that Zoom was absolutely small. I don't like the idea of it, but anything, if I can just record on Skype or something, just stuff that's familiar. I don't want to try and figure out new stuff right now as well, because I don't even have the brain to just read books, and that's making me sad at the moment. All the brain I have is to just dig rivers in Animal Crossing. Let's get some more stuff unpacked so I can show you. Yeah, there's so many things at the back of my mind. Like I've still got I want to do video though, Guy. It's a PC. I've got I could go on the podcast, that'd be easy, wouldn't it? So Gunny Pets was supposed to be out at the Salute, which obviously has not been, which is now War Pigs. I need to start actually calling it War Pigs. So I've got this game, and I still have loads of playtesting to do, and that's in the back of my mind. Like, there's all that. I go let people down because I said there'd be a game, and now it's been years, and I haven't got the game, and I haven't liaised with the writer for a while because of all this stuff. So yeah, there's just too much to do every day, and I don't really have an option for trying to not. I don't know. What am I seeing there? Oh, Facebook is built into the OS on my phone and possible to get rid of, so it could be described as malware. But yeah, totally. That's not a debate. I get all of that. It's all just, I'm just really confused with all that, and it's, again, I thought I was somebody that was clever. I thought I was quite good at figuring all this out, and I think partly because I haven't got brain, and partly because it's just way more confusing now. I just feel like a bit of an idiot. Like my video on Friday, I accidentally somehow uploaded it twice. So, right, this is the one I have to be very careful with, and if John's watching, he'll probably cry if I do it wrong. I miss people so much. So this painter John, I'd normally meet up in Bugman's. Hey! Oh, yes. Right, I should actually show you. So, you've not actually seen this in one sort of piece before. So this is the, off the top of my head, the WAF. Sorry, brain, not WAF. Yeah, the WAF Fiadlight and Weather Balloon gang. Let's see if we can. I'm really awkward on this. Oh, come on, focus on it. There we go. So that's the weather balloon. So you get that little ball that you can just pin on. And there's the Fiadlight. I'm shaking because I'm in a real awkward bit. John did say that the ball was an absolute nightmare to paint. Look how shaky my hand is. He said the ball that I supply is bad at taking paint, so I'd actually recommend not painting it. But I did tell him that he doesn't have to paint it because it looks fine. It comes in white, and they're white anyway. But just a warning, he said it really, like, if I touch it, all the paint will come off. But it does look lovely. So let's put that somewhere safe. Let's put you there. And I've got, yeah, it's going to be hard to show you these really, just because of the, and because I'm like wedged into this beanbag. So there's the evacuee with the pig. Oh no, she's not with the pig, she's got a baby. Oh, she's got a baby. Don't know if it's a baby or a doll, actually. Could be either. That's not a pig. It is not a pig. I do have the one with a pig, though. Oh, painted in bad Squiddo colours. For some reason, I don't know why. There's this little pig peeping out the box. But I'll take some proper pictures of these. They're absolutely adorable. So they're the evacuee packs. They're just so cute. They're so cute. Look at her. She's got a little. And then we've got the boys. Got boys. Get pig, baby. What's different? The boy. Oh, that's a good way of holding them, actually. And there's another boy. I like him. He's got his dad's Alpha War, but he's got a helmet that he won't stop wearing. Can't quite see it. Oh, it was on. It was on. Yeah, what I missed when I was chatting earlier, and I just noticed it. So there's SOE Annie. Kicking ass. And she's very World War II. Oh, John says your eyes lit up when you first saw the balloon group. In the midst of all this, these moments are to treasure for all of us. Thanks, John. The back of her hair, she's got a sneaky little pink bit. Come on, focus. How cute is that? There have been some really sweet moments, actually. So I'm trying to focus on them. I think maybe I've just been not letting myself feel crappy, which has not been the right thing. Just accept to be crappy. So originally I was going to work all through this weekend because I got so much to do, but then I remembered how I had to have that other Tuesday off because I was about to fully go wrong. So like, yes, let's have the weekend off. But yeah, there's been some really lovely things. So I've got some really nice messages with the orders, and they've been making my day. So they, when placing orders, will order comment bit, and I've just had some really lovely messages in that. People have been sending me the colouring in. I've got more colouring in to do as well. I'm going to do some of the World War II stuff and the guinea pigs. Again, I just haven't got around to it. But I shall. So there's that. What else? What other cool things? Yeah, just like some of those little bits, like, yeah, seeing how cool something's been painted. People have been posting up painted minis, which is lovely. I've had somebody posted. I still haven't. I need to post about it. Somebody posted me. They're coloured in Shield Maiden. No, Raging Annie. Is it Raging Annie? Raging Annie from America. So they could have coloured it in, and then they shipped it as a letter from America, and that gave me such a big grin. It was ridiculous. So all those sort of things are absolutely lovely. And the bear video on Friday, I watched it back straight afterwards, and I was just like, she's cool. I like that. So I definitely recommend. If you've not seen it, go on the channel. There's 2 pretty much identical videos, so go have a look. And they, what's the word? I don't know, my brain's just gone. So I'm reading the comments again, that's the problem. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Yes. Thanks for the books on prescription link. I probably won't do anything because I have a huge bunch of books. I've already got a chunk of sort of CBT type books, as well as just fun books. But I just can't deal with reading at the moment. My brain just can't cope with anything. We've got some new terrain coming out. Oh yeah, I did. Oh no, I said there'd be a new release on Friday. I might have said the weekend, so maybe I'll do it on Monday. I've got books to release, as in little books, and I have pumpkins to release. I do not have them to show you here, but they are, and they are so cute. So they will be coming out. Yay! I'm glad you like the Monster Girls, Stefan. Yes, they are so cool. So I've still got a bunch of painters working away on the terrain too. So it always helps to see how it all sort of looks when it's painted, which is extra cool. I've had some really nice. I'm just going into Annie's positivity bit now. I've had some really nice chats with some companies. So I've been talking to 2 fat lardies quite a bit. I'm just going to check my battery. Oh no! Why would it do that? So I'll have to go shortly because it's suddenly going to go boom, and I'll have to go. So yeah, I've been chatting to 2 fat lardies. Chatting to Great Escape Games, the casters quite a bit. Henry Hyde. It's just been really lovely to. So we're having nice chats about how are you doing today and that sort of thing, but also business chats. We've been having lots of like, right, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? So I've assumed that there's no shows for the rest of the year. I can't see any of them happening. That's a lot of money that I'm losing. So all of those shows, I do them because they're great to see people and all that's lovely, but there's money too. So I have a massive money deficit coming from that. So now I'm like, what can I do to make up that money? And all that sort of thing. So that's been quite good to chat to people. I've speeded up because I'm like, oh no, it's going to take it off. It's going to take it off at some point when my battery dies. Sonic Queen has not been released yet, but will be at some point. What else was I going to say before I go? Yeah, check out my story time with Annie because it is really good. Though I say so myself. Available for hire as a story reader. Yeah, I love it. I might do a guinea pig video later. I might have to do it on here. Facebook not allowing me to do my little whimsical videos is quite irritating. But yeah, the guinea pigs are super cute. No, I'm nothing back from my Salute hotel. It's not a hotel, it's an apartment that I booked for loads of people, so it's not cheap. But it's still in the PayPal dispute. So if that comes back, that would be nice. So yeah, like I'm assuming nothing's going to be on, and then I've got a few trade shows messaging going, Annie, we need to finalise the space and the money, and I'm like, but I get that you need to plan, but I don't think. But then then my brain's like, oh, maybe shows will be on. I don't know, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. There's one show that's been replying as soon as Expo cancelled and as soon as Salute cancelled, sent out emails to traders saying, hey, are you got an extra date free in your diary? Because these shows are cancelled, but we're not cancelled. And it's been making me quite cross, actually. But it's always me that starts the controversy, so I won't say who it is. But it's not nice. It's not a show I go to. But yeah, they're going, we'll definitely be on. We should come to our show. Can we have some money? No, I don't think that show's going to be on either. Seems as long as Colours is on. I hope it is, but I can't see any for the rest of the year actually happening. I just feel like it's a waiting game till they all have to do their announcements, which sucks. But anyway, I have to go because my battery is about to bloop me out of here. Thanks for coming. Sorry for my bit of sad. I am actually really sad. She says laughing. I'm really sad. Everything sucks. But yeah, I will see you all shortly. I'll probably do it. Yeah, I'll probably do a guinea pig video later. Why not? But not promise. And yeah, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't, because that will make a huge difference. If you subscribe and then press the there's like a little bell, notification bell, means you get a notification when I go live or when I upload a video. So now I'm trying to get more more YouTube on the go. That makes such a big difference. So that would be excellent. And yeah, like this video and anything else that you see on here, Facebook, all just saying that's cool or something will really boost it. Because yeah, if I'm getting cut out of stuff, I need to gather my army. Thank you for coming. You are all excellent, and I do miss you all. I do miss shows and seeing people. It's been exactly 50 days since I touched another human, who was Andy Sherwell from Gripping Beast. Last human I ever touched. Right, goodbye, thank you, and I'm gonna go hug some pigs. I don't know where to press the end button. There it is.